So you know the drill. A company makes a cartoon series based off of a video game in hopes that fans of said game series would watch it and make it popular. Unfortunately, 95% of these cartoons end up being total crap for one reason or another, whether it be straying too far from the source material or just being painful to look at. There's a myriad of reasons why video game cartoons aren't great, and today we're going to check out 5 of them. Yeah, only 5, cause if we decided to talk about all of them, we'd most likely be here all day. So at this point, I think everyone knows about the absurdity of the Super Mario Bros. Super Show and how it was awful. Apart from the Do the Mario song and dance, of course.
Swing your arms from side to side. Come on, it's time to go. Do the Mario.
But did you know that there was another Mario cartoon released in the 90s that was pretty much the same thing as the Super Mario Bros. Super Show? The Super Mario Bros. 3 cartoon. Yes, Nintendo made an entire cartoon series based off of Super Mario Bros. 3 on the NES. That's how popular this game was. There was never a Super Mario Bros. 2 cartoon, but all of a sudden you make a game cross-promoted with a movie starring Fred Savage and throw in some demonic symbolism and you got the recipe for a cartoon series.
Nice catch, Mario.
Honestly, it's not that different from the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. It's got super cheesy voice acting where, again, Mario and Luigi sound like angry Brooklyn street thugs.
Now, let's hightail it back to Giant Land and stop those no-good Ninja Koopas!
The plots are also pretty random and slow-moving for the most part, and they're not really related to the Mario series in general. It feels like you could put these plots and stories in any cartoon and wouldn't change a thing. Like, here's a big bird that has to get its cage back. What's this got to do with Mario?
Mario ruined my cage! You promised me you'd get me back my cage! Well, I did, kinda.
I will give the show credit though for at least giving the kids what they want to see. The music is all straight from the game itself, so kids could easily recognize it. Mario and Luigi fly around with a tanuki tail and have a little battle with that stupid jerk son from World 2. God, I hated that thing. And it kinda scared me, to be honest. Honestly, upon second viewing, the cartoon was okay, I guess. But hey, don't worry, there's more crap ahead of us. Mortal Kombat! Yeah! Fight! Gosh, I really love Mortal Kombat. Despite me coming off as a sweet kid who enjoys adorable Nintendo games, which I do, I also really like playing as mythical fighters and ripping out their spines. I poured so many hours into Mortal Kombat Trilogy and Mortal Kombat 4 when I was like 8. I watched the movie that a lot of people hated, but I genuinely loved as a kid, and even today, I can admit is still one of my favorites. So you could say I'm a bit of a Mortal Kombat fanboy. In theory, I should love anything Mortal Kombat related. Well, in 1996, Warner Brothers distributed a Mortal Kombat cartoon, and...
No, we're under attack.
Mortal Kombat Defenders of the Realm was a Saturday morning cartoon, and that sentence right there should sum up all the issues with the show. It was a cartoon meant for kids, but Mortal Kombat is a series that kids maybe shouldn't be exposed to, even though I was. Oops. So the result of this was a watered-down action series. The intro is a weird remix of the famous Mortal Kombat techno song. You know the one! With some narration over it. This song constantly plays through like any scene that's somewhat exciting.
Princess Kitana.
Straighten up, soldier.
I get it! The first couple minutes of the first episode has non-stop action, if you could call this action, but at least they're fighting. But don't get used to it, because after that 5 minutes of fighting, the next 18 is just exposition and talking.
Hey, Sub-Zero's cool. Sorry. He's a warrior of honor.
You remember the first time you fought Shao Kahn and you did all that talking? Not me, I remember doing this to him! So yeah, boring plots, plain and ugly artwork, lack of fighting. This guy's spine is still attached to his body. It's no wonder this cartoon only had 13 episodes, and will forever be viewed like I was when my parents saw my middle school report card. A disappointment. Thank you for that intelligent insight. Rabbids was a game series that was pretty good. It followed these weird mutant rabbit creatures causing mayhem, being a menace to society, and just overall being a bunch of delinquents. It was entertaining, essentially being Jackass, but for kids. The Rabbids were going to do whatever they wanted as long as it seemed fun. So making a TV show around them and that concept sound like a piece of cake. But there was only one problem. The Rabbids aren't capable of speaking. All they can really do is go. However, Nickelodeon and Ubisoft made the show a reality in 2013 with Rabbids Invasion. This is how the world will end. Believe it or not, the show ran for 4 years, having 78 episodes. Now, how do you make a show with characters who can't speak and only want to cause mischief? Like this. That's it. There's literally nothing else to talk about or comment on. Every single episode is just... As I mentioned earlier, the show was made in 2013, and we all know what else was super popular in 2013. Yep, I guess Nickelodeon just really wanted to ride that Minions hype train. Now, I'm not a kid, so I can't exactly tell you how I would have felt if I saw this back in the day, but 20 plus minutes of probably would even make younger me go, stop it. Now, I'm not saying this shouldn't have existed. Nickelodeon initially aired these as short 30-second bumpers during commercials, but a 3-season cartoon? Rocko's Modern Life has less episodes than this, and thinking about that just made me really sad. If I told you that there was a crossover cartoon featuring Pit, Mega Man, and Simon Belmont, your initial response might be, awesome! I'm already imagining the crazy scenarios. Mega Man blasting his way through Dracula's castle, Simon Belmont whipping his way to the heavens. Now take all of those hopeful expectations you had and flush them down the toilet, because what we got instead was this!
Looks like the ultimate warp brought us the ultimate wimp.
So you might be asking, hey, who are these ugly folks? Well...
Kid Icarus, your loyalty has never diminished.
Just doing my duty, Your Highness.
Mega Man, you fought bravely and well.
A pleasure to serve you, Your Worship.
Simon, you've been our anchor in a long and terrible storm.
I know.
Yep, for some ungodly reason, Pit turned into a little angry tsundere boy, Simon Belmont became a self-absorbed pretty boy, and Mega Man became a heavy smoker.
You get a low score for this game.
Literally, in just one scene, making our beloved video game characters into these completely unlikable losers. Anyway, this is Captain N, Game Master, a cartoon from the 80s. The plot follows this kid named Kevin,
Dork!
who absolutely loves Nintendo. One day while playing his NES, he gets sucked into his TV and has to help this princess save the game world with his trusty zapper gun. And yeah, the other characters are there too, I guess.
You were our only hope, but you let her down.
The main villains of the series are Mother Brain from Samus, the Eggplant Wizard from Kid Icarus, and King Hippo from Punch-Out! The concept of this show is so good, taking 3 well-known video game characters of the time that weren't Mario or Link, and teaming them up with a normal kid that the viewers would be able to project themselves onto and have to save the world. It's the ultimate underdog story. But the characters we love from the games all have personality traits that make them so unlikable.
What did you wish for, Mega Manicus?
Pit is always rude and angry, Simon is obsessed with his looks to the detriment of the team, and Mega Man, well, he's just annoying.
Well, I don't want to stay the same. If there's a chance I can be more human, then I've got to try.
If I don't care about the characters, Why would I care about the adventures they go on, or the troubles they may face? I don't care about these losers. If the villains destroyed them all, I wouldn't feel anything apart from relief knowing the cartoon was finally over.
But I don't care. I'm having such a mega marvelous time.
Mega Man, please stop talking.
I'm your hero, and you're my sidekick. Oh, please. Do we have to go through this every single morning?
Oh no, don't do this to me.
I want to fly! What could possibly go wrong?
Oh, you did it to me, and I asked so nicely. Bubsy the Bobcat was one of the worst video games and video game characters to ever exist, mainly because he likes to talk. A lot. So naturally, when a video game character fails due to his strong annoying factor, the next sensible solution is to give him a cartoon. Wait, what?
Now, because of your incredibly small brain, you have been chosen to receive a free banquet dinner for 50.
Someone needs to be fired. So here we have the Bubsy cartoon. There was only one episode made, thank God, and if this one episode was an indicator of what could have been, it's for the best. Everything is just so ADD. We get introduced to like 50 characters who have one line and never stick around. We're constantly changing settings and plots even, on the turn of a dime.
No, I think the helmet's shorted out. You're probably just being electrocuted.
Bubsy is the only character I knew by name come the end of the episode. Now, honestly, this isn't a terrible idea, especially if you look at the Mortal Kombat cartoon or even the Zelda cartoon. One of their many problems is their pacing. They're so slow, with nothing ever happening. At least in the Bubsy cartoon, something is always happening. Although, it definitely does go overboard.
I need to go where no Bobcat has ever gone before.
Bubsy was voiced by Rob Paulson, a very esteemed and talented voice actor. He's had many roles. Some of them from my childhood include Carl Weezer, Pinky, Major Glory, Donatello. He's kind of really good is what I'm trying to get at. And his take on Bubsy honestly isn't even that bad. It's definitely the least annoying out of all the incarnations we've seen.
Oh, look! An arrow! Aren't these game designers wonderful?
Honestly, this cartoon isn't too terrible. Along with everything we talked about today, apart from Captain N that objectively sucked, there was definitely potential in these cartoons, and although they failed, they were the building blocks for video game cartoons that would be really good. So thank you Mario 3, the Rabbids, Sub-Zero, and yup, even you, Bubsy.
Success! I was brilliant, and nothing went wrong.
Never mind, I hate you!